Hello and welcome to another edition of the Peninsula Biz Buzz. My name is Shelley Smith. I'm here as a co-host representing Premier Rapport and the Peninsula SHRM chapter. Over to you, Bob.
Good morning, I'm Bob McKenna. This is the Peninsula Biz Buzz, and hopefully you've all seen our episodes before, but now we're focused on critical information to responding and recovering from COVID-19. And today our guest is Associate Executive Director of SBDC, Debra Farley. And everybody, all the small businesses that are members of our chamber and members of other chambers want more information on disaster relief and EIDLs. And Debra, you're third on our list to talk about critical recovery and response elements to getting back to normal eventually. We're going to hand it over to you, and you just tell everybody what they need to know. Thanks, Debra. Thanks for being with us today. Over to you, Debra.
Thank you, Bob and Shelley, for inviting me. Just a few details about the Small Business Development Center, because you might not know who we are. We are a nationwide organization through the America's SBDC. We have a state locality, which is out of George Mason University, and they host the state director, who is Jody Keenan. Along with that, we are sponsored by the Small Business Administration. With the allowance through the Small Business Administration, that is where we get much of our funding. Within the state of Virginia, we have 5 different regions, and I just happen to be part of the Hampton Roads Small Business Development Center. Our executive director is Jim Carroll. He is out of our main office, which is located within the Hampton Roads Chamber of Commerce at 500 East Main Street. I'm giving you my address. I'm located at Thomas Nelson Community College, which is located as part of the Peninsula Workforce Development Center at 600 Butler Farm Road. And Bob and Shelley has asked me to just highlight a few of the questions that we are continuously receiving on a regular basis. Much of it is about the loan programs, what is available and how to access the loan program. What loan support is in place through the Small Business Administration. The Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program provides small businesses with working capital loans of up to $2 million. This program can provide vital economic support to small businesses to help overcome the temporary loss of revenue that you are experiencing. Who can apply for these loans? Businesses with up to 500 employees in operation as of February the 15th, 2020, nonprofit organizations with fewer than 500 employees, and then independent contractors and sole proprietors. How much can I apply to receive? Working capital loans are up to $2 million based on 6 months of operating expenses. The loans are termed for 30 years at a 3.75 rate. How can the funds be used? You can use them on payroll, working capital, and operating expenses. Is there an early payoff penalty? No, there's not a penalty for paying off the idle early. What is the expected timeline in getting approved? 18 to 21 days to get the initial approval of the loan, and then 1 week to receive the funds of the final approval. Now, you know that is optimistic, because you've got the nation who is looking for these loans. And we've experienced several calls, just tons of calls, with businesses trying to find out where can they get the loans, how to apply for the loans. What delivery method is best when you are applying for the EIDL loan? The online application. That online application is found at covid19relief.sba.gov. That's C as in cat, O, V as in Victor, I, D as in David, 19relief.sba.gov. Now, I think many of you might have heard of the grant. There's an EIDL grant also. To submit the EIDL application would be your first step. You want to submit the EIDL application, and that EIDL grant response is found within the application. So go to the COVID website, look at the application, complete it, and I want to say that it's on page 4 that you would ask for the advance, and make sure you check the box within that application on that you want to receive that grant. And lastly, what is the grant amount? Is $10,000, up to $10,000. 3 days after submitting an EIDL application, you should receive that money. And it does not need to be repaid under any circumstance. Now, you know that there are millions of people applying for that loan. So you've got to be patient. Don't get discouraged. Be patient. And the most that I can say is reach out to those who can assist. You've got SBA, you've got the Small Business Development Center, and you've got the Chamber of Commerce's. That would be, you can find the application also at sba.gov, at the Virginia SBDC.org, at the hrsbdc.org, at the hrchamber.com, and then at the Virginia Peninsula Chamber.com. There is a toll-free number for the customer service line, and it is 1-800-659-2955. So I hope this information is beneficial. Please call us. We're in place. We are doing business remotely, just like everyone else. My direct line is 757-825-4078. Thank you so much. Turn it back over to you.
Well, Debra, thanks. That was great information, and basically like a series of frequently asked questions. Those are the questions that we're hearing here also, and we're trying to help people with. So we're going to put your information on our daily newsletter. I don't know if you've been seeing that, but we're sending a daily newsletter with vital information to
Yes,
small
I
businesses.
have been seeing them. Yes.
So we'll get all your links on there and your phone number if that's okay, and then your phone will be ringing off the hook, I'm sure.
I know it. It already is.
So can you tell me? So I'm hearing through the grapevine that some people are already receiving their request back because they're not filling in all the information. So that's critical, right? Making sure be patient, take your time, get all the proper information on these requests.
Yes, it is critical that you complete all the information as you see on the application. And just to give an example, I did have one person who stated that they were denied, but now SBA is revisiting. So with the changes, they are ever changing every day, it seems. So don't get disgruntled. Just submit the information as they ask.
Got it. Perfect. Shelley, over to you.
Nope, just that was really great information, Debra. And we, again, really appreciate you coming on and being very clear and precise. And like Bob said, we will have everything listed. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, there's going to be a sheet at the very end that has all these different websites and phone numbers that Debra just verbally gave as well. And so that's it. We thank you for your time. Be safe out there, and hug your loved ones as much as possible. My name is Shelley Smith. Appreciate your being here. And Bob, back over to you.
Thanks, Shelley, and thank you again, Debra. That was wonderfully informative. And I'm gonna try to get that in today's newsletter so we can get it out quickly. And it will also be on LinkedIn, on the Virginia Peninsula Chamber site, on Facebook on our site, and we'll tweet it out. So we're trying to get it out to as many people as possible.
Thank you.
That's it for today, and we'll see you later this week. Thanks.
Thank you.